Good evening and welcome. So today I'm going to be talking about Last of Us Season 2, Episode 4. I've got my notes in hand, so if you see me looking down, then it's to my notes. I don't want to waffle on too much, but I want to cover all aspects of what I found intriguing, interesting, and possibly disappointing. So we got a straight up introduction to Isaac, which I absolutely adored. I thought what a fantastic start it is. The last episode was very much a filler episode. I described it was moving on from Joel's death and how it affected Ellie and Dana. And now we had an introduction to Isaac, and we seen that he got a hand grenade, threw it into his own patrol and killed off his own patrol. And I was like, wow, Jesus Christ, what a start to this TV show. And I just thought it was fantastic. It's a great introduction to Isaac. I love the fact that Jeffrey Wright played Isaac in the game and also plays him in the TV show. I think Jeffrey Wright's an absolutely fantastic actor, and it'll be interesting to see what he brings to this part. I've seen him in a few bits, but most notably, I suppose, American Fiction, which he won an Academy Award nomination for, and I thought he was just absolutely sensational in it. And if you enjoy the performance that he does in this, then have a look at American Fiction. Introduction to Isaac, killing his own patrol, and yeah, he throws a grenade and kills them. What a casual approach to that. Now, it was very interesting that we've seen later on that he was torturing the guy from the Serapites. Stuart McMonagle can update me on all these pronunciations, as he absolutely adores the TV show, and he was a big, massive fan of Last of Us, both games. So, very tedious scene, and I love the way he went on about kind of these pots and pans, how he always wanted these specific pots and pans and how terrible it is that it came through this circumstance that he's been able to get them. And then he talks about kind of how quickly it heats up copper and how much of a burn and what a torture method this can provide in regards to torturing this person that he has in his vicinity. Now, he is trying to get information out of them and trying to understand when the next attack is going to come from them. And it's just a very interesting scene in regards to how Isaac plays this, and also how tedious it is, where you don't see who he's talking to for about a minute and a half. He's talking about these pots and pans, and then you realise, Jesus Christ, he is torturing someone. And it's very fascinating in regards to coming down to kind of the base level of human survival. So I thought this was fantastic. I really was enjoying it. I thought, wow, what a great actor Jeffrey Wright is, and how brilliant he is performing this, where 11 years earlier, he's kind of this moral compass because Fedra, I believe, is who he was working for. They were getting into a dictatorship. He wanted to move away from that. He wanted to kind of be this person who stuck by his moral compass, and now he's just trying to bleed information out of the Serapites for the good of the WLF. So it's very interesting in regards to how he's played that role. I thought that scene was absolutely superbly done, and I also love the contrasting on how 11 years he's changed from one person to another. Now we get into Ellie, and I thought that Ellie and Dana were going to be a tough combo, because obviously Dana's going to be the person who plays the kind of Joel character of the kind of duo, and obviously we were leading into this romantic interest because it was just so apparent where they kissed in the barn, and then it was obvious where Ellie's feelings were being directed, and we didn't know whether Dana wanted to get back with her fella Jesse, or else she was really interested in Ellie, and she was drunk whenever she had that kiss. So we didn't know where Dana's feelings lie, and obviously in this it's very clear of where they do lie. So I thought that was very well played, that we got to see the relationship developing between Ellie and Dana. I think the chemistry is really good amongst them. It's really believable. I think I kind of doubted Bella Ramsey and whether she could hold this, but I think with Dana, and I think the actress that plays her is doing so well, that I think both of them, just the chemistry on screen is fantastic. It's really believable that they're into each other, and also I think that they're so strong as actors that it's really carrying on well. Now, I wrote in my notes, I don't know if the girl who plays Dana is a better actor than Bella Ramsey. I just think she's really, really good. She plays this kind of really smart character all the time and carries it off really well, where she's not being egotistical or she's not being a know-it-all. She's just saying, do you think we should do this, or do you think we should do that? And I don't think, like, she talks about the WLF, where there's a moment where Ellie's just like, come on, we'll get him, come on, there's a sign there on the building that's them, and she's like, no, calm down, because it's broad daylight, they can see us obviously because they're at a height, and also I don't think it's a great idea because anyone who puts their initials up wants there to be a notice of, yeah, we're here, come and try and get us. So I just thought it was a really clever scene, and then Ellie was like, yeah, you know what, we'll go up at night and see what's going on. Now, this is the great thing about The Last of Us that I really enjoyed, because we got a sense from the last episode that the WLF were like this kind of absolutely horrific mob that were just tearing down the Cerepides. And we were like, oh my god, they've just shot down everyone. The little girl had the hammer. They're really advanced compared to the Cerepides. And we were just going, Jesus, like, they just killed these people. They seem harmless enough. That little girl's just died. They've just shot them down. But then we get to see kind of what the Cerepides are all about. And you go into this room, and Ellie and Dana go into this room, and there's all these bodies hanging. There's guts that are everywhere, and the WTF comes soon, and they're like, oh my god, this is absolutely barbaric. They've tied them up, they've pulled out their guts, this is absolutely disgusting. And we get to see no moral compass between them. It's just dog eat dog. It's the kind of lowest base of human nature, and it's just awful the way we see Isaac torturing one of the Cerepites, and then we also see what the Cerepites treatment is of the WLF. But I love that because it means that you don't have any clear indication of who's a hero, who's a villain. Everyone is just trying to survive, and I thought that was just very smart from the writers. And one of the writers is the person who wrote Chernobyl. If you haven't seen that, it's a fantastic TV show, but I just thought, wow, this is absolutely great. Another great moment, and there was so much in this that I just really enjoyed, is that Dana and Ellie are hiding secrets from each other, and it was this kind of beautiful moment where they obviously trusted each other through Ellie having the bite mark from one of the I always say infected, but that's not right. Sorry, Stuart McMonigal. I know that's not right, but I'm going to say it anyway. By the infected, by the fungus people, whatever. Butchering it. Move on. Let's go. Sacrificing her arm to save Dana, and then Dana notices, and there's this great moment where Dana has the gun, and she's like, oh, look, Ellie, you've been bit. I can't have you turning. I need to kill you. I need to shoot you. And Ellie's like, no. I'll just sleep over there. Please don't kill me. I'm immune. I didn't say it to you. I didn't say it to anyone. Only Joel knew. And there's this great kind of moment of trust that Ellie and Dana have, and Ellie's then like goes, oh, you know what, I'll sleep over there. Dana believes her, and she doesn't turn at all. And then Dana and Ellie obviously have that scene where they have sex, and I always like this thing of like, you know what's happening, you know what's going on, and you don't have to see the full thing, because there's no point. Like the actors are very young as well. It's probably very awkward for them as well to be on camera and do that kind of stuff. So everyone knows what's happened, everyone knows what is about, and it solidifies their relationship, and that's all you need to gain from it. It just solidifies the relationship, and I think Bella and Dana are just such a believable couple that it was really cool to see that the chemistry that they've built up is just working really well. And yeah, then we move to the next day, which I was like, all right, Jesus, can this episode get even more crammed with more stuff? And then it turns out that Dana's like, you know what, I'm pregnant, by the way. And I was like, oh my god. And obviously it's Jesse's, and I was like, Bella was like, I'll be dad. And I was reading the thing, and I was like, I wonder why that lines came out, because I didn't quite understand why she would say that. But they're saying it like mirrors off what she thinks that, and the writer said this, that she is mirroring off what she is to Dana, as in Joel was to her. So she's like very much a father figure. She's going to protect her because obviously she has this baby. She's very vulnerable. She's got sick throughout the episodes, and I was just like, oh, you know what, that makes sense. And it's a really cool line whenever it comes from that way. What I do want to say is, and I'll end it on this, is I haven't played the game, so I don't know what's going to happen, but there must be a moment where, and I don't know whether it's going to come into a flashback or she's going to talk to Dana or whatever, but I think that Joel and Ellie have reconciled in some moment. So either it's been that they've reconciled and it's going to be a flashback, or they've reconciled and she's going to tell Dana. But there's some moment, I think, where they've reconciled after the barn thing. Now, I know we didn't get to see anything because obviously Joel died, I believe, like 2 days, 3 days afterwards. There was no like conversation made. She was very annoyed at him. But I think there's some kind of reconciliation between them, because it just seems like Ellie's just happy to remember Joel, and that came from where she sings Take On Me, and I just was like, oh, you know what, I think she's kind of redeemed herself with Joel. So that's my take of it. Now, I might be completely wrong, I'm not too sure, but I thought it was just a fantastic episode. Really enjoyed it, and I love how strong the characterization is and how strong these story arcs are. Now, it'll be interesting to see where they go, because it seems like they time jump a lot. Like, we see 11 years, we see 1 year goes, we see 3 years. So it'll be very interesting to see where this next episode goes. But thank you for watching, really appreciate that. If you like this, then subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.